How to build reputation in the IT corporate world, a contrarian view. The reputation game, not what you think it is. Did you know that 85% of IT professionals believe their reputation directly impacts their career advancement? Shocking, isn't it? But what if I told you that this statistic, like many others in our industry, is misleading at best and dangerously wrong at worst? Welcome to the Contrarian's Guide to Building Reputation in the IT Corporate World. I'm the founder of Alqubit, a boutique IT consultancy that's been turning conventional wisdom on its head for years. Today, we're going to explore why the common advice about reputation building is not just ineffective, but potentially harmful to your career. The reputation trap, why traditional advice fails. Let's start by dismantling some of the most common pieces of advice you've probably heard about building your reputation in IT. Always go above and beyond. This well-meaning advice often leads to burnout and resentment. It sets unrealistic expectations and can make you a target for exploitation. Network, network, network. While connections are important, mindless networking often results in shallow relationships that provide little value when you really need support. Be a team player. In many corporate environments, this translates to don't rock the boat, stifling innovation and personal growth. Specialize and become an expert. In a rapidly evolving field like IT, over-specialization can be a career death sentence. These platitudes sound good on paper, but they fail to address the real challenges of building a lasting, meaningful reputation in the cutthroat world of corporate IT. The real challenges, what's actually holding you back? Now, let's talk about the real obstacles you're facing. The invisibility paradox: in many IT roles, your best work goes unnoticed. When systems run smoothly, nobody pays attention. It's only when things go wrong that you become visible, and not in a good way. The innovation dilemma: IT departments are often seen as cost centers, not innovation hubs. Proposing new ideas can be seen as disruptive or unnecessary, even when they could significantly benefit the company. The blame game: when projects fail or systems crash, IT is often the first to be blamed, regardless of the root cause. This creates a defensive culture that stifles creativity and risk-taking. The constant churn: with technology evolving at breakneck speed, it's easy to feel like you're always playing catch-up. This can lead to imposter syndrome and a reluctance to assert yourself. These are the real issues that can make or break your reputation in IT. And they require a completely different approach than what you've been told. The Alqubit approach: building a bulletproof reputation. At Alqubit, we've developed strategies that fly in the face of conventional wisdom, but have proven incredibly effective for our clients. Here's how you can apply them to your career. 1. Embrace selective incompetence. Instead of trying to be good at everything, strategically choose areas where you'll allow yourself to be less than stellar. This might sound counterintuitive, but it serves several purposes. It makes your areas of excellence stand out more starkly. It allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters. It creates opportunities for collaboration and knowledge sharing with colleagues. For example, if you're a brilliant software architect but struggle with project management, don't kill yourself trying to improve your PM skills. Instead, make it known that you're aware of this limitation and actively seek to collaborate with strong project managers. This honesty and self-awareness can actually enhance your reputation. 2. Cultivate constructive conflict. Rather than always trying to be a team player, learn to disagree productively. This means challenging ideas, not people. Presenting alternative viewpoints backed by data. Being willing to engage in difficult conversations. By doing this, you'll earn a reputation as someone who thinks critically and isn't afraid to speak up. In the long run, this is far more valuable than being seen as a yes man. 3. Master the art of strategic visibility. Instead of constantly trying to showcase your work, focus on being visible at key moments. This might mean speaking up in high-stakes meetings where your expertise is crucial, taking the lead on projects that align with the company's strategic goals, sharing insights and knowledge in company-wide forums or newsletters. The goal is to be remembered for impactful contributions, not constant noise. 4. Develop T-shaped expertise. Rather than becoming a narrow specialist or a generalist, aim for T-shaped knowledge, deep expertise in one area, combined with a broad understanding of related fields. This allows you to speak authoritatively on your core competency, collaborate effectively with specialists in other areas, adapt more quickly to changes in the industry. This approach makes you both valuable in your niche and versatile enough to evolve with the industry. 5. Leverage failure strategically. Instead of trying to avoid failure at all costs, learn to use it to your advantage. This means being open about mistakes and what you've learned from them, volunteering for post-mortems and leading discussions on lessons learned, proposing and implementing solutions based on past failures. By doing this, you transform potential reputation-damaging events into opportunities to showcase your resilience, learning ability, and leadership. Putting it all together, your Contrarian reputation building plan. Now that we've covered the principles, let's lay out a concrete plan for building your reputation. Identify your T, determine your area of deep expertise and the related fields you need broad knowledge in. Focus on developing this T-shaped knowledge base. Map your influence, identify the key players and decision makers in your organization. Understand their goals and challenges. Choose your battles, decide which issues you'll speak up about and which you'll let slide. Make sure your chosen battles align with your expertise and the company's strategic goals. Create your narrative, develop a clear story about who you are, what you bring to the table, and how you add unique value. This should incorporate your areas of excellence and your chosen areas of selective incompetence. Plan your visibility, identify key meetings, projects, and forums where your contributions will have the most impact. Plan how you'll make your voice heard in these venues. Embrace failure. When things go wrong, and they will, have a plan for how you'll communicate about the failure, what you've learned, and how you'll improve going forward. Build your coalition. Instead of networking broadly, focus on building deep, meaningful relationships with a few key allies who complement your skills and can advocate for you. Remember, the goal isn't to be liked by everyone or to avoid all conflict. The goal is to be respected, valued, and seen as an indispensable part of the organization. The long game, sustaining your reputation. Building a strong reputation is one thing, maintaining it is another. Here are some strategies for the long haul. Regular self-assessment, periodically review your reputation strategy. Are you still focusing on the right areas? Has the organizational landscape changed? Continuous learning, stay ahead of industry trends, but be selective about which new skills you develop deeply. Mentor and be mentored. As you gain experience, start mentoring others. This cements your reputation as an expert. At the same time, always have a mentor of your own to provide perspective. Create a personal board of directors, assemble a group of trusted colleagues, both within and outside your organization, who can give you honest feedback and advice. Stay true to your principles. As you gain influence, you'll face pressure to conform. Remember the contrarian approach that got you here, and don't be afraid to maintain your unique perspective. Conclusion: the reputation revolution. Building a strong reputation in the IT corporate world doesn't have to mean playing by the old rules. By embracing a contrarian approach, being selectively incompetent, cultivating constructive conflict, and leveraging failure, you can create a unique and powerful professional identity. Remember, your goal isn't to be the most likable person in the room. It's to be the most valuable. By following these strategies, you'll not only build a strong reputation but also create a more fulfilling and authentic career path. At Alqubit, we've seen these principles transform careers and entire organizations. It's time to stop playing by the old rules and start rewriting them. Your next steps. Ready to revolutionize your professional reputation? Here's what you can do right now. Reflect on your current reputation. How do others perceive you? How does this align with your goals? Identify one area where you can practice selective incompetence. How can you communicate this to your team in a way that highlights your strengths? Think about the last conflict you avoided. How could you have engaged in constructive conflict instead? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How has conventional wisdom about reputation building helped or hindered your career? What contrarian strategies have worked for you? And if you're ready to dive deeper into these strategies, check out our video on navigating office politics, the Alqubit way for more unconventional wisdom on thriving in the corporate IT world. Remember, in the world of IT, it's not just about avoiding getting whacked, it's about changing the game entirely. Here's to your success, on your own terms.